It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the rundown. Woo, Big 10. I'm Amelia Model, Vice President of Sales at Promo Corner, and joining me as always, my co-host, Miss Lori Bolton, Vice President of Sales at Logomark. How are you doing, Lori?
I'm good, Amelia. Oh my gosh,
Good.
10 episodes.
10, I know. So today we're going to discuss the must-do or must-go-to places in my hometown, Kansas City. And I'll explain the difference between Kansas City, Missouri and Kansas City, Kansas for those folks.
Oh, good.
We will acknowledge our unsung promo hero, our latest guilty pleasures, and play What's the Meaning? But before we get started, just wanted to give a shout out to today's show sponsor, Logomark. Logomark is a leading supplier in the promotional products industry, and they're known for their retail brands, especially Igloo, Pelican, Solo, Mana, which I have right here, Sherpani, and their famous egg weights. Logomark offers high quality products and exceptional customer service and continues to be a top 10 supplier of hard goods. And they just have really cool products because Lori works there and she knows. And I had a brief stint there and I know, and I still have all my good samples. So we love you, Logomark. Thank you. So Lori, we last time we recorded, I was in Boston. I was sick. I had a crazy wicked, let me do my Boston. I had a crazy wicked sinus infection. That wasn't very good. That's my Boston accent. But I had I have a crazy wicked cold that time. So I was all kinds of drugged up from the Moors. I was going through their medicine cabinet and taking anything I could so that I would not be coughing and sneezing. And I totally just watched the video recently and could tell that I had way more acetaminophen and whatever else was in all those drugs. So, but yes, I am back home. I am, refreshing myself. And next week, we're filming this early because spring break is here and I am headed back on a plane and I'm headed back to the East and I'm going to Hilton Head for the week with my family.
So fun. You're going to have a blast. So on your way back from Promo Corner headquarters, did you have any flight delays or was it smooth sailing?
It was smooth sailing. I had a very early flight on Friday. Everything went without a hitch, got my bag, got home, and then I just laid on my couch and vegged. So don't ask me to move. I'm just going to lay here for a little bit. If anyone wants to see me, come to me.
Love it. You deserve it.
Yeah. It was a good week.
Awesome.
So anything new and crazy for you? Spring break is here. St. Patty's Day. Are you doing anything for any of those?
So time change is coming up. And what's really cool is Arizona never changes, right? So this will be my first time that I'm in the state and I actually have been through the fall change and then coming up. And so I don't change anything. Let's see how I do with sleep. I don't know.
You should be fine.
I should be totally fine, right?
Maintain.
And St. Patrick's Day, moving into the house, girl.
Awesome.
This will be the last episode 10 that we film in the 24-foot trailer that's been so good to us over the last 4 months.
That's awesome. That's exciting. That's good stuff.
Exciting.
Well, when we film again, we'll be right there seeing it. We'll have to do a little tour, a little photo.
Yes. That'd be so fun.
Awesome. So we have lots going on, lots of fun stuff coming up. And this week's city pick of the week is my hometown, Kansas City. Lori, I know you've been there before because when we worked together, I already lived here, so it was easy for me, but I met you when you were out visiting Staples. So I know you've been here a few times, probably a lot of times visiting Staples.
Yes.
So I picked my hometown. So you tell me, when you come to Kansas City, what is your favorite place to go?
So you have to remember that being a California girl, when people say barbecue, we really don't have barbecue. That's not what California is known for, right? Mm-hmm. So I personally love I love the barbecue there. And my favorite restaurant is Q39 in Midtown. And it's so good. It's so good. Like the baked beans and the coleslaw. And I have to be honest, last time I was in Kansas City, this tells you how long ago it was. I was eating meat. It's been over a year now that I haven't had any meat. I wonder if they have any vegan meat at the barbecue. I know. Probably be like tofu or something, but I could be totally fine on the corn, the beans, the coleslaw, all the fixins. So darn good. But it's Q39 in Midtown. I think you were with me, actually.
I've been there with you before, so I had a feeling that was going to be your pick. I think it maybe has met you twice there. I've been there a couple times with groups, so
good.
I, even though I've grown up in pretty much the greater Kansas City area my entire life, I am not a huge barbecue fan. Send the hate letters now. I'm not a big meat eater, so I only eat chicken, boneless, skinless. So it's very limited to when you're going to a barbecue place. So I did not pick a barbecue restaurant. I pulled a different one out of my hat. So I picked a Mexican restaurant, which is something you'd probably recommend when you are in California. So I picked a place called Manny's. It's in official like downtown Kansas City off of Southwest Boulevard. And there's several different Mexican restaurants there. And they're all good down there. But that one has been around forever. It's a staple. We used to go there back in the day, but it's just some good, old, authentic Mexican. And that's what I would pick over barbecue. Whenever anybody would come to town to visit, client-wise, they'd be like, "Oh, what can we eat for barbecue?" And I'd be like, "You want barbecue? We do anything else." Like, how about steak, right? We're also known for our steak. Can we go to Ruth's Chris or Morton's and have some good steak?
Oh, I love Morton's. Next time I'm there, I would love for you to take me to Manny's because to be honest, I'm struggling here in Arizona. You would not think, but where I'm at, Prescott specifically, I can't find a good Mexican restaurant.
Ooh. And if you like margaritas, are you a margarita fan? Right around the way on the boulevard is a place called Ponax, also Mexican, amazing. I took Brian Stidham from EMT there one time, and they're known for their margaritas. They are dangerous, like 2 margaritas and you're better be calling an Uber.
Oh, that's going to be our list. That's going to be for sure on our list.
Okay. Awesome. So Kansas City, you picked Q39 and I picked Manny's. Check those places out. They're both still open. So if you're in Kansas City now, you can definitely go look at them and see what's going on. So speaking of everything me, I guess this is just a me day today. So I picked my city. I was in Boston last week. So the unsung promo hero of the week is actually my pick. So I nominated Mr. Steve Shannon, and he is in our IT department. So Steve worked for our company for a legit 9 months before I even knew he was there. That's how behind the scenes he was, because he's actually in the office. He works with Joel. I had no interaction. I was like, what? Who's this guy? But he's amazing. I just talked to him today. He does all the coding with Joel. So they do all the coding for the promo show, promo corner. Whenever I need anything or have some wild idea or a client comes and says, "Can we do this?" He's the one that makes it happen. And he is an IT person that actually likes people. So double bonus. So Steve Shannon, shout out. Thank you.
Good job, Steve.
Yeah, love it. So Lori, guilty pleasures, you have kind of been low key. You haven't had anything wild that you're doing. You're kind of, secluded there in your little bubble, your little camping bubble. So you haven't had time to like stream. You've got lots of things going on with work and personal. So
yeah,
what have you been doing? Do you have a guilty pleasure? Have you been binge watching anything?
So let's just talk about binge watching for one quick second, and then I'll get into my guilty pleasure. So husband one called last night, and he was trying to watch his.
Hold on, we have to clarify with the audience. Husband one is her ex-husband. She is not married to multiple people. She lives in Arizona. That's not legal.
No, but we are closer. Like, we are amazing together. Anyhow, so Michael calls and he says, "I'm trying to get logged on to my Amazon account right now. And when it pops up on the users, husband two's name pops up." So he calls me to ask if we've like hacked his Amazon account. I said, no, let me just tell you, like, I can't stream where I'm at right now. That's the problem. Like, we are in timeout until we get to the house. But I thought it was really interesting. Somebody truly hacked it. And so when he brings up his profile, it says, welcome, Steve. I know, crazy.
That's funny.
I thought it was very funny just because, you know, husband one's Michael and husband two is Steve, and Steve pops up on husband one's account. So it was very funny when he called last night. And
Well,
Lucas
it's a
was
good
in the
thing
background.
you guys all get along too. So
Oh my
husband
gosh,
one,
like-
you still have a good relationship with. Husband two, obviously he's still your husband, so you have a good
Yeah.
relationship. They have a good relationship because you have a son.
Amazing.
And,
Yeah. Like Michael and Lucas will be coming out to Arizona to stay with us at the house. And it's totally good. So
it'd have been like,
anyhow.
hell yeah, I hacked your Netflix or your Amazon account. I needed to stream something and I'm going to use your account. I'll give it back to you when I get my house.
Exactly. If I only knew how to hack, right? I have no idea. I just thought it was super funny. Like,
oh, that's funny.
All to say like, hey, are you guys using our app? I'm like, no, I don't even, I have one, it's Netflix, and that's all. And Amelia's working on the rest with me. So guilty pleasures. I am full speed ahead, Amelia, right now. We are days of moving into the house. So my guilty pleasures are shopping at some really cute, fun local furniture stores. And I'm doing a little shopping online. I should say a lot, like organic bath towels. We're getting everything new. So that's been my guilty pleasures, is going online and like looking at color on patterns, and I get updates from the superintendent every week, so I can start to see the colors come together in the, in the house. So trying to match that with accent pieces, and that's been my guilty pleasure over the last week, is like full speed ahead where this is happening.
That's awesome. That's a fun guilty pleasure.
It's so fun.
I say house shopping. I'm not buying a new house, but I love just to go on Zillow and look at homes and see what's going on. There's not a lot on the market right now, so finding something to voyeur and look at is hard, especially out here. But I love just looking at homes and decor, and I have Pinterest pages for one day win or whatever, but that's good.
It's exciting.
Well, I will have had time to binge watch a lot more after this flight to, we're going to Hilton Head, so I'll have plenty of time flying and watching shows. But in the meantime, I've switched up my my streaming, I guess. So I've been doing Netflix for a long time. The show that I recommend on Apple TV is called Ted Lasso. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of any of the shows.
Yeah, it has Justin. It has Jason Sudeikis in it. And Jason is a KC boy. He grew up in Kansas City. He still comes back and does a lot of charity work. But the basis is he was a football coach for like a small college in Wichita, which is a real college here in Kansas, not very far from me. So the basis is he took a losing team, made it into a winning team, and then he got recruited to go to England and coach a football team, soccer. So he's taking all these players with all these different personalities and all the neediness. And he is like the salt of the earth, like has a little bit of an accent and just has all these funny little sayings. Like you can't make it mad. He's one of those guys. You just got to love him. You think he's kind of stupid at first because he seems so simple, but it's a really good show, and there's some twist in it. So I can't wait. Season 2 is about ready to drop. But yeah, that's a good one. Ted Lasso, starring Jason Sudeikis. And it's on Apple. Down. Okay, so I'm going to give you my first emoji card. Are you ready?
Perfect. Yep, I'm ready.
So let me hold it up. So it's a little fishy and up, and then the ocean, the water, a wave. What's the first thing?
Fish up tide. Swim up tide. Swim up.
Fish is the first word.
Arrow is the up, showing it
doesn't necessarily mean up. And then what is in the last picture?
A wave, tide, ocean.
Simpler.
Water.
Mm-hmm. If you're new to something, you're a
fish out of water.
That's it. Ding, 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 ding.
I need so much help from you to get these figured out. I'll get
Okay.
better.
Here's a second one. Very easy. So it's a plane and a snooze.
It's
What
a
I
red eye.
had when I got back from Boston.
Oh, you did a red eye.
What do you
You
have?
took a nap.
No, what is the feeling? What is it you say, oh my God, I have such bad.
Jet lag.
Yeah.
That's not a good, whoever made that card's not a good one.
I'm calling somebody. I'm going to tell the emoji people they better fix it.
Yeah, that one's not.
Okay. This one is a circle with a line through it, scissors, and a that's a level, I guess is what that technically is, but that's not what it's used here. So if I tell you to do something.
Oh, I know. No cutting corners.
Yep, don't cut corners.
Boom, boom. Yes.
Okay, good job, Lori.
I did good on that one. I did all right, right?
Yeah, you did good.
Okay.
What do
So
you
I've got 3 for you. And remember, this is kind of like
yours are like movie. Yours are pop
culture.
culture. Okay,
Yeah,
so like
pop
movies and
culture.
music. Okay, that helps because sometimes I'm like,
so you've got a
Beauty and the Beast.
Blah, Amelia.
It was for someone that didn't see it because I was so quick. Boom. It was a queen, a plus sign, and then a little gremlin, scary looking dude. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it because I would have thought it was like Pokemon or something.
Yeah, that was those pictures.
And here you go.
Okay. A bumblebee, arrows pointing both ways, and the water.
There's that water again.
I know, but I don't think it means water. Be on water, be on high tide. Buzz off. Is it B? Is the first word B?
Yep.
Be on point. Be on surf. Be on.
Oh, you're close.
Be on surf.
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Oh, that was hard. Beyond.
I would have never gotten that one.
Say. That's like if you have an accent instead of saying C, you say. You say what I'm saying.
Okay, ready?
Okay, that was hard.
I know.
Okay, I think I know what this is, but it's a martini, a gun, a bikini, and the British flag. It has to be God, why can't I think of the show? Goldfinger. James Bond.
Yes.
Is that what it is? I'm like, I can't think of James Bond, but I can think of the shows Goldfinger and Octopussy. Like I can think of the small subtitles, but I can't think of who he is.
It was James Bond. You do so good on these. I think, do you know what I'm going to do? My guilty pleasure this week is going to buy you new cards. These are too easy.
There's 2 more decks out there. I think
I'm buying them both.
Okay. So this is episode 10. Kind of not huge, but big enough deal for us, right?
Totally.
Yeah. A couple months. So instead of giving you acronyms, I thought I would bring back some of the sayings. It's like not things your mama would say, but back in like the 80s and the 90s before everything was so PC, or things that people actually said 20 years ago in business. So I thought I would just give you a few of those. So, okay, these are also things that people would not say anymore. Can you print out this email? When was the last time somebody asked you to print out an email?
Well, I still sometimes do.
Do you do that? Oh, well, Lori's in this. How about this? What's your fax number?
Okay, that I'm like, don't even. Yeah, I mean, you can go back and you had the fax paper, but yeah, what's your fax number? We still have people that fax orders in, Amelia.
That's crazy. Here's one. I do still own one of these, but I only use it like once every 3 or 4 months for kid stuff, but they're not even doing it anymore. Can I pay for this by check? Can I write you a check?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
You have a
gosh.
checkbook?
Yeah, I've got a checkbook.
When was the last time you wrote a check? Corey, pull it up, Lori. Is it right there by you?
Yeah.
Don't give us your bank number.
No, I
Protect
won't.
that.
I wrote a check this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
For what? What did Lori write a check for this week?
To the freaking IRS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here's the best one. When someone calls and says, I left a message on your answering machine.
That is so funny.
Just last year got rid of our home phone. We have had a home phone and it had an answering machine on it the whole time. And the only people that called were politicians, telemarketers. And because we're the only person in the neighborhood who's surrounded by family, the last name, if anybody found our last name model, they would call our phone number and I would have to then call the family members and be like, okay, so somebody called looking for this person.
Oh my gosh, Amelia.
Oh,
So
no
just
more
to play
phone
it-
for me.
Just to play on that for a second, when we getting all the utilities this last week set up for the house, internet, and I went with like fast internet because I've got lots of stuff to watch. But they asked me, they said, would you like us to add a home phone to the plan? I don't even know where to buy a home phone anymore. Like, are they even selling them? Anyhow, I just said, no, thank you. Like, thank you for asking, but I don't need a home phone.
They still sell home phones. They're just not rotary anymore. For anybody under the age of 20 that doesn't know, that's the one you stick your finger in and you turn it. It was very hard. If you misdialed, you're kind of screwed. You had to start all
over.
the way back, hang up and just start all the way back over.
That was awesome.
But yeah, we had cordless phones, like one plug in and then you could put them in any room.
That was not till I was older. Do you remember the emergency breakthroughs on the calls when you were on the phone call?
I was very
That was
young.
awesome.
And my grandparents lived out in the sticks in Arkansas. And I remember you'd be on the phone and somebody would type in like, hey, we need to use the line. Can you hang up? We need to call somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm dating myself. Yeah, I do remember that.
So fun.
All right. Well, I thought that would be fun to break it up so I don't torture you with
Thank you.
acronyms this time. I thought we'd do some old school sayings that we hear.
I love it. Love it. Thank you.
Oh, so fun. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment in the segment below and tell us where your favorite place to eat in Kansas City or your favorite thing to do in Kansas City is, whether it's Kansas or Missouri. Again, it's only divided by a state line. That's it. Just literally a road that divides the two. So tell us where your favorite places to go in, what your current guilty pleasures on, what are you binge watching? What's the best? Is it Netflix? Is it Amazon? Is it Apple? I don't have Hulu. If there's something else amazing that I'm missing out on, Disney Plus, let me know. And it's only so many hours in the day. I don't think I can watch any more TV. And be sure to stay tuned in for our next episode that drops on April 9th. And we're going to be talking about Lori's backyard, Phoenix, Arizona.
I love it. Awesome.
See you guys next time. Thanks.
Bye.